Hi, everyone. So I guess my brother already told you, we're originally from Nigeria. And so this story I'm dedicating to my dad. He passed away last year. But this story is about a time that my dad pretty much rescued me. So growing up in Nigeria, my dad was the branch controller of a bank, and he pretty much had access to all the resources of that branch. The people, cars, everything. So I was learning how to drive, and he told one of his drivers, you know what, take him out on the road, teach him how to drive, and that's what he did. And we were going for like, we went for the first day, second day, everything was fine, and by the third day, we kind of discovered this road that's a really like long stretch of road. There was nobody on it, and you could just like make a U-turn easily and like make the same stretch. So it was perfect. I could get up to like gear three, gear four, and I was, feeling myself. It was all good. And then so we drive down the first time, and at the end of the road, I see like a cop, and he's just sitting there. He's not doing anything. He's not even in a car. He's not in anything. He's just sitting there. And so we turn around, we make the U-turn, we drive down, we turn again, we come back again. And by this time, he's gotten up. He was sitting down at first. He's gotten up and he's like, come closer to the road, and he's watching us at this point. And so, I noticed him, but I didn't really think we were doing anything. So we make the next pass, we go, we come back again, and then at this time he's standing in the middle of the road and he like flags us and he's like, stop. So I pull, in fact, like I was so scared, I just stopped in the middle of the road. I didn't pull to the side. And if anybody drives manual, like, it's difficult when you're learning how to drive a manual like car, like, the slightest mistake, the car just like jerks and stops. So that's pretty much what happened to me. It just jerked, and out of fear, it stopped. I didn't know how to move it anymore. So he comes over, the policeman comes over, and he comes over to my side. Mind you, like there's a actual driver, a professional driver, the person teaching me how to drive, and he's sitting in the passenger seat. So the policeman comes over to my side. He tells me to pull the glass down, and he starts asking me, where's my learner's permit? Where's my L? Where's my everything? And I just like look over to like the driver, like, so instead of like, the driver on on the side to like, say something, he basically starts threatening the policeman. And he's like, do you know who I am? Do you know whose car this is? Like, and I was scared because the policeman was like, you know what? Okay, I'm making a call. I'm calling the paddy wagon. And in my mind, I was like, holy, I cannot go to jail. And the driver is like, okay, you're making a call. You know what? I'm making a call too. And he gets out of the car. He takes over, he pulls the car to the side, and he picks up his phone. He's making a call. And one of the policemen goes to the left, he's making his call. The driver goes to the right, he's making his call. And I'm just like standing there waiting. And so I hear the driver, he's calling my dad. And he's telling my dad, listen, like so thing happened. And my dad was like in a position where he was pretty much very close with the governor of the state and those like high-ranking officials. So next thing, both of them, they're done making their calls and we're just waiting. And let's say 5 minutes later, I see three blue tinted like glass like cars, like all the same brand, pretty much like an official convoy. And all three of them like pull out the same time, the same speed, the same distance. Everything was so official. And so they drive up and like they all three of them turn around and pull next to us, and one of the cars, the one in the middle, someone jumps out like in a complete military uniform. He jumps out from the passenger's front seat, goes to the side, opens the door, and my dad steps out. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm still scared, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah. And so my dad comes over, and like, first of all, he gives like the driver kind of like a warning, like, you should be more careful. You shouldn't talk to people like that. And then he walks over to the policeman, and they kind of talk, whisper. And then he turns around and like tells me, get in the car. And I get in the car and we drive off. And so I was like, yo, do you know what my dad said to him, all that? And the driver was like, you know what, don't mind, don't listen to him. Like, that policeman was way over his head. He didn't know what he was doing. So basically, that's my story, and I just wanted to, bring it up, let you guys know that I would have gone to jail, but my dad came through for me. All right.